Your opening remarks and recent events at all levels of government point to the absolute necessity of a highly performing financial function. This can center on integrity, professionalism, and, as you point out, accuracy. So my questions will deal with that imperative. How are you going to go about picking the next CFO for the city?
Well, I have said publicly that I intend to hire a chief operating officer who has a skill set, experience, expertise of a city manager or county manager. And, you know, there's the Association of City and County Managers. I mean, there are organizations that are out there that I can work with, again, a technical group to identify who that person should be. Now, the reason that I'm doing that is twofold. Number one, I want the city to be more professionally managed. In the 20 years that I have been involved in city government, we have had chief operating officers who have a business background and who are very intelligent people, but they've never run a municipality in the ones that I've known personally. And I want to see the city go to the next level. So I want it more professionally managed. I'm not trying to change the form of government, but I want the citizens of the city to see what that feels like. The second reason I want a chief operating officer with that skill set is they have a city manager or county manager has worked with either a city council or the county commission. And so they've worked more closely with the legislative branch. And I believe that's critical because right now the city council, as I said, is functioning as a de facto customer service department. And so city council members find their person in the department who will go get the trash picked up or who will go get a water bill fixed. And so the city is completely dysfunctional because you've got departments working for 15 different council people and an administration. So we've got to fix that. That being said, the chief operating officer will be that kind of a person. The chief financial officer, we have had 4 chief financial officers in the years that I've been there. That is problematic. When Jim Glass came from Bell South and Singular, he brought a very different perspective to the city. And we got this year in March the first truly understandable, decipherable, all the council people could get it and understand it. They could comprehend what was being given to us because he came from a very different background, having had that corporate background. So I have seen the difference, and this is not to malign any of the previous CFOs, but this information got better. And it got more transparent. And just an example, we found out that there was something called a capital finance fund that I still can't find how that got authorized. But it is where they were putting the money for the public safety facility. And when they thought that City Hall East was going to close, that would have, you know, paid off those expenses. But what's happened is we have $47 million that's now been expended for a public safety building. City Hall East did not close, and so we have, what's my number? $12.5 million that is coming out of the general fund for the debt service on that public safety building.
Well, one of the big problems in government finance is the combination of the multiple funds. Mm-hmm. And the way the charts of account are set up. But without getting too technical.
And 84 of them. I mean, not
least,
three, not 3, 84. We approved this year 84 funds to the tune of $5 billion.
Do you believe that it is possible, and you've given us some hope in your remarks, to create a comprehensive and comprehensible budget and actual reporting, and that further can be done on a multi-year basis? Is that possible? Is that a reasonable expectation for one term for a mayor?
Absolutely. We have got to get the city's fiscal house in order, and we have got to restore the public's trust that we've done that. So it has to be done.
And how would you supervise and mentor the CFO to accomplish that goal?
I don't intend to mentor the CFO. Maybe that's the wrong answer, but I want someone who is so technically proficient and working, again, with an oversight group of people who have great expertise in financial systems. And I will rely on those people.
In selecting this chief financial officer, who you obviously want to come in and able and ready to do the job, you have talked about how there's been an information imbalance between the mayor, the council, and the citizens. Mm-hmm. How would you propose to address this information imbalance?
I intend to work very closely with all members of council. I intend, in my 8 years of being at City Hall, I have had 2 one-on-one, face-to-face private conversations with the current mayor, one in 2002 and one in 2004. So I intend to be a very different kind of a mayor. I believe that done well, a mayor can have 15 council members who are allies. We won't agree on everything, but the mayor in our city controls all of the personnel, all of the service delivery, except when council members go get their own person, and all of the contracts. I mean, all of the finances. So I think it's tremendously important that I have a very good and extensive working relationship with the members of council. They are essentially your eyes and ears out in the community, because I can't be in all 12 districts every single minute.
And the citizens?
Oh, the citizens, absolutely. I mean, that's, everyone knows that I communicate all the time with citizens. I've done online surveys. I am the council person who has gone out into the communities on a continuous basis, not just when I'm running for re-election.
You pointed out the cost to you as a citizen and as a council member of the CFO churn. Mm-hmm. The fact that the CFOs have not lasted as long as the mayor. Do you believe that it's important that you get a business partner that will be with you throughout your service as mayor?
Yes.
How would you go about and encourage that individual to stay, starting with the selection process?
I think we have to find the best individual we can and pay them appropriately. And again, I want to put a task force together to help in that selection process, along with the chief operating officer. But it is what ended up happening in this scenario is in the last 8 years is that the first chief financial officer had been the former budget director for the mayor, and so she had a personal relationship with him, and he knew budgets. But there were other issues in his job where he did not have the expertise in some of the bonding issues, the bonds issues. So when he left, that's when the whole budget process got out of skew, because he knew how to do the projection, because he'd done it for 30 years. And so when the budget disaster was brought to light, what the chief financial officer said, the next one, what she said at the first task force meeting was, when I got to the city, the bank statements had not been reconciled for years. She said, so I turned my first attention to accounting. And I'm sitting there thinking, you betcha, because we have no idea. We have absolutely no idea. So she did that, and that's when the budget got so out of skew. What the council didn't know is that there were 2 sets of books. There was a cash set of books that people used day in and day out, and then there was an entire second set of books that were compiled in order to produce the CAFRA, the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. So we would get, as council members, the budget for the next year before the previous year had been closed out.
Well, I think we have time for one quick last question here. How important is candor and openness in the chief financial officer of the city?
It's one of the most important things you can do. We have got to restore the public's trust. We cannot do that if they feel they don't know what's going on. It is OPM. It is other people's money. And so I will have information on the website. I will do a top-to-bottom audit. We are going to we're going to know how much money we have, and we're going to know how much money we owe, and we are going to solve our fiscal challenges.
Thank you.